Good afternoon, class. My name is Charmaine, and I'm going to be doing my mock presentation. The purpose of this study is to get an understanding of what teachers, parents, and the administrative staff think or feel about having an all-inclusive classroom that includes children with either learning or physical disabilities. The research questions that I chose are three. One, should children with learning disabilities be allowed to attend regular schools in their local communities? Two, are we infringing on the social rights of disabled children? And three, do you think an inclusive classroom setting would be beneficial for disabled students? A little history of what's going on in Trinidad. Due to the lack of special ed teachers in Trinidad, students with learning disabilities, they go unrecognized. There's no assessment that's being made because there's no social workers, there's no IEP team on site, and they generally get lost in the class. These students are sometimes called stupid. Some of them are called dumb. They're made fun of by the teachers and the students, and they get lost. Or you find the child that has a physical disability is bused to school that's probably like an hour and a half away from home, because there's nothing locally to address their needs. Children with learning disabilities are told that they're lazy, they're dumb, like I said before, and it's sad that they get put in the back of the classroom. Now, the reason why I chose this is I think that if we can address this issue or bring it to some forefront to students at the age of 3 and 5 who are in nursery schools, and teachers are equipped to at least make an assessment of these children, then we can kind of like nip it in the bud somewhat, or we can give them the learning tools or the assistive devices that they need in order to help them with their learning process. I am so amazed that with a country like Trinidad that is rich in resources and has done so well, I'm really taken back that they're not disabled friendly. For example, there are no pavements on the streets. You don't see disabled individuals like that in Trinidad. And then the parents, because of that, parents are generally forced to keep their children home, especially if they cannot afford to pay for the bus to take their child to and from these facilities. For example, I have a 4-year-old niece who has a learning disability and is not in nursery school. She gets dropped off every day to the babysitter. My niece is not learning anything educationally. She watches television, eats and sleeps, and that's how her day goes. Through previous studies, it has been proven that all-inclusive classrooms that are equipped with trained teachers has been very beneficial, both educationally and socially. So my belief is if schools in Trinidad become or adapt an inclusive format, they will find that they will be able to compete on equal footing. So to conduct this study, I have proposed a focus group, some surveys, along with interviewing teachers and administrative staff to at least get them to make them aware of the all-inclusive setting. And one of the amazing things that happened to me while I was on my way to London, I sat next to a young man who clearly had a physical and learning disability. And in talking with him, the one question that I asked him was, how did he feel about being in a classroom with students, or was he in a classroom by himself with students that were like him? And his mother said no, he was in an all-inclusive classroom setting. And his response to me was that he felt normal, and he felt included, and he had a lot of friends. So I really think it's not something that can be fixed overnight. It is a controversial topic, but at least it's something that I can make the teachers aware of what they are lacking. Now, thank you for listening to my presentation. It's a little rough because I'm kind of nervous, but I thank you anyway.